Alright, so the NDC government led by President John Dramani Mahama say you see prayer and thanksgiving service. Now question you perceive say thanksgiving service for what? Say disaster samba and say amafo nyama say people has lost their lives. Omo family ene amene ukaseti omo nim baby omo ko omo nim baby omo ba youth na omo bre mo grum ha etumi ye adwuma kakra nya small property na insure afa kono eno mo thanksgiving amu kwa akoya na se da minti ase because when we saw you people were happy smiling and stuff and you be person bisao the vice president of Ghana no owo grum ha na mami yeah, Mammy Jane, on so ha because as some way you see ye no, yantening cow, yantening cow. Will be a friend, you see, where mammy, and yet or bow, or buy, or you see, or bow, but I said them. Yantening cow, the Ebehunan say, moo ye tongues and their prayer service or whatever. For what? Are you put thanking say, you should not be funk of Funyama Kwana, a muff for business, and I say. This thing should be our headache and just start thanking whatever you are doing over there. We should be serious as a country.
Kromu haya na netie. Ena ministers mienu ne nkrofo ka ho mu kwanya accident nipa 8 ekwanya flight no kwhwe hwe na John Mahama wuyi 2 days esi ho si yemfa nsu ministers mienu no yo ene nkrofo do mu dem mu nya aboni obi mu ko mu adwuma nkora nketoa esu ayira kotwia fo mu do mu dem ne mu ko adwuma ama awu John Mahama de achi ye wo de wo se wo koda nyame ase wa fra asofo omumra na monto nwum na nyame ase wa kodina ho to shower of blessings ensuo na ato ayi nkrofo ensuo no da so tankran no wo to shower of blessings John Mahama mesi ba bi kura mu de aduro no ko mu kwaje ye monfa nko because wo ba bia na asem we si ensuo nyiri say da enata krade Cape Coast baby and so fanning than so afa. And so to me, is in Crofos, John Mahama, dear, will bag and won't be that. Baby, I'm up to me, I'm quadrin, no, would your man form quite chasso. Yet the Cromhana will be best and come, mamma, catch them say, pardon, John Mahama, quadri, young Mojani, a nuro me can't be bibiaka, metchemi hunuda. Said John Mahama, nay, drop a fen or de quayo de Becum Crawford, one sabum. Dear Mahama was Jen, yes, also ben pabekai, yammy, it's random. Be kind say wo betina so mama mpon kwani na sefo na mudi akwose fom na ntue no monko yi free ho monko pass and papa nkanya wo kwa na free sire mbwale bamboy enro no se de Ghana fo awu lodi na nya wo kwa na obetimi aye enro ama ukuru se de enro na doso adan e de asem na moma ye brese e de na kasabre wo John Mahama wo baka ho a Ekabuga kwejan ko bon se bakoto shower of blessings and kan dan ti wo se etene mu ye fo papa Ghana mpanyimfo aboto John Mahama wo no yere Scooby Doo ni ba no a wire ne twa pafo jimifo ne ho kan
de entia mebuofo na no pai se anopa me be ametie news no ye say Friday ye ene ye holiday ye dey Friday no ye de ye be ye ne se ye kobom paye ne ye de adanyankopon ase se Ghana Republic. Are we serious? Flooding a kum. Flooding won't mean so over here. President John Mahama. Ye kwaye de kobo Friday mpaibo. Akwaye de. Ye kobo mpaye de. Ade nyankopon asese waye de. Se nyankopon ene me so over flooding ni mai. There be o. Mante se ye ka se ye kosia Friday. Ni adwene e kwaye e befo so asolve flooding no. E kwaye befo so asolve galamsey no. E kwaye befo so ama yanka se ye di ye ho so. Ni aye aduane ni enkra aduane. Mente sa ade no. De ye kotra ne se ye kobompa ye kobodwa 16 regions ni nyina ye kwede a ye koda nyankopon ase. Ye koda nyankopon ase say Ghana Republic 1960. Are we serious? Just say you're serious, pa. Hey, are we okay? Are we really okay? Yeah, just say okay. President John Mahama, ukromu inkrana sabi papa wote no. Enzo yiri fa wo ma. Ye kobon pa ye Friday akopeden. Ye kobon pa ye se nyankopon na emeboaye. Ya kwadwofo ama bibia ye de hye mpaibo One can say Friday, young Kodjini, a choir, you before solve flooding. You best solve doom so. You best solve unemployment, a Juma anyhow. You best solve a pomodin and sama, obitimi ko hospital no akowu. Yan kasa Friday, ye ko bompaye, you could waste your time. Naka se sana Nyankopon ye ni nyoma na. Ye ya kwadwofo ama ye bibia ne de se Nyankopon. Nyankopon pe hypocrites from Bible. Debi amaka mimi o Kristo mi o gidini. Ba ye ha Nyankopon dodo. Na no me be ka kire wo ha. Se nyoma ni bi wo hanyem Bible. Me be ka kire wo. Enye the Lord's prayer ne hallelujah ne solve issues. Me be ka kire wo. Bishop to do besma kasema o kan ye no. A wo de Zambia ene Ghana twa mfato ho no. O say success is not in the revelation stage. A decision making to be successful. So obedi ya enyem paibo obedi ya eyensi ye. Obebo wa adwene pa Nyankopon de ma oni se fa ye adwuma. Nyankopon dum ye nyansa. Ode onipa share Garden of Eden ni mu. Wan kan kire Adam ni Eve say mo sori anopa mo mampa ye mame there be ose wo sori anopa ye asase na me dia ma no fa bi ka ho.
Abusia sa mo be ka ye no am. Me be ka say one major reason ti atorenchem na si wa hra ne na nsa. Nipa fam mu nkrofo ahwere mo japade nkrofo lose om livelihood ne say this useless NDC government. Sika mo be to ya ese so mo release ma Zoom lion ne other contractors a mo ye project a ebe man so yiri hu nsem aba from on crime mantem no o ma tena sika ne so sika o mo mfa nko ene World Bank for reports aba be confirm nsem na me kan ye enra. Yes, World Bank for aba be sisudua ese ampa NDC aba yo mo ba sika ese so mo de ma Zoom lion any other contractors o mo ye project on crime mantem o ma tena sika ne so o mo mfa sika ne nko. Eno na amasa atorenchem no esi na mobeka ya me san so kan say another disaster boba no ebeye worse ebeye more devastating say ni ehu na nene na asa no me kire mu say one day mo be sorry na Jubilee House ene ne importem Kolebu ne importem Laboni cantonment the entire central business district of Accra are flooded with feces se afi ajanan age ho aboso me ka kire mo na you see World Bank report no my joy online for the publish here ene. Now, what kind heading now? Or say World Bank says Finance Ministry fiscal controls delayed Garrett project. Garrett project in a project MPP aban kofa ba ya okoji sika twitwiri die free World Bank ho. Na sa sika no eno ana ne ye drainage systems ne other projects wakra eba be reduce the rate at which say insuo to kakra bia enkran ene ne importem e flooding. Now project no ye to one among ye panti all kind previous reports from World Bank. Now omo grade a year project na ye no highly satisfactory. But ene me ba be kind except of that report no. How a year World Bank for I qualify and now grade the implementation of projects associated with Garrett project no by this NDC government. Except of the report, or say, in its latest implementation update released in May 2026, the bank downgraded the project's implementation performance to moderately unsatisfactory, citing persistent funding constraints despite the project remaining fully funded. See, as a World Bank of Workan. As if you move, Mobo, Ghana, Yawan Sika ne wo honom World Bank for I make sika available anytime aban ebetimi access. But World Bank for so omo ba share project no the implementation under this useless NDC government no omo grade no omo downgrade no unsatisfactory. Adan project ne nkoso because yes sika ni ho. Although World Bank for na finance project no sika no omo making available aban betimi age. Aban betimi agi sika ne anytime e de atu ho anamo but project na store project ne nkoso. Meanwhile this is the project NDC for blaming Cecilia Dapa say Cecilia Dapa area project ni sika ye ko sika say or the ba beti odomu or the ba be drainage systems ne ade wan fa nko ye ene World Bank report no aba be ka say NDC for boa project no ye de sika ne ye
Omo no omo buy omo aba betena sika ne so a omo release sika no ama enkrofo afemu ewu Ghana fo ahwere omo dwapade Ghana fo bebre ekọ ahunyehian because omo lose omo livelihoods enipa bebre nene they are going to be poor for decades if not forever and I said the entire time omo betena asase so omo nkwa na nyina they are going to remain poor they are going to suffer because of NDC for no and amo omo 2 year now you see Utie ni enti a NDC for no etena sika ne so o man fa ma contractors na anya dwuma na chale orebe ho you will cry for Ghana and you will be angry at this NDC government. You will know say they are a bunch of useless people. Sebi enkwasiafo nko a. And Ataisa NDC MP a friend Ataisa or no parliamentary committee on economy on an edano. And then on Joy FM was a Joy News. Keka sebi nsem rationalizing the entire omotinesi can so man fan kwame anfa nye project and I say my work can say Ekufu ado abemu no na sika wo system ni mu dodo na sika busu wo system ni mu ye project wa ha ye project wa ha expenditure nam so they needed to put in measures fiscal measures to control economic indicators economic indicators and they swept monies out of the economy. Sika na MPP are buying release agencies, departments, ministries, some fanya adwuma. Omo buy 2025. Omo be sisa sika ni nyina, omo anfa sika no ama contractors no. Edikusie. Basically that is what they did. And he was telling us to say, sa na mo no mutu ye no. Omutu ye because they wanted inflation to come down. And nipa 30 na ewudum. Over 100,000 people are omashiro medwapade. Omo lose omo livelihoods no. They did sue. So they didn't happen because NDC for non person achieve single digit inflation figure. That is basically the explanation. Or them sebi nkwasi asem say. Sebi nyansa ben was asem we say o person achieve single digit inflation. Enti o sacrificing for lives. O sacrificing for dwapade. O sacrificing for livelihood. Eniema ebo nkrofo emo mu ye nipa emo mo to live comfortable. Or sacrificing to achieve a single digit inflation. Now, that single digit inflation, if I saw Ben a diaba Ghana for most inflation, was single digit, but who could you mind near my boy air cost in excess of 50%. In fact, government and Kasankasa, all two goods and services our tongue Emma a Ghana for no 1 to 3%. Near our toes, and they didn't reflect inflation figures are almost banding around that to 2 from them. Or to 47 between 47 and 57%. A year last year, insuo and electricity are buying a torso. It does not reflect inflation figure almost putting it out there. Last year, insuo are almost torso and number 15%. Electricity almost torso and number 30%. But almost same inflation was single digit. Now, no. Anna, no more pursuing normal sacrificing for life. You see, thank you for we. Omu nim nyansa, omu nig temama Ghana for. Omu de ni omu nema ne settings. Abro, yen deceiving crofo. Yen man crofo, yen who say ye bibi. Things are good. Oh, inflation above from dollar rate above from. Oh, say. Yen find bribe Ghana for any so. Yen sacrificing crofo. Obekaya, Bank of Ghana car, omu boy. Over 44 billion Ghana cedis in just 1 year, 2025. And also, I tell you, say, excuse what them and NSM. They were chasing inflation, a single digit inflation. They were trying to make a dollar rate come down. Just say, be in Kwasha Bibia, or mobile beko wrong, biano. They give the excuse to say, no more percent inflation baffum, or more percent exchange rate baffum.
Let me quickly respond to a few issues. First of all, the minority has never made a comment about, demolition exercises that they should not take place. So I don't think that it's prudent for anybody to set their own questions and say when they want to demolish, then the minority comes in and then says no. That is not a fact. So let's not create that false fact and begin to narrate on that one. But it's very sad listening to Ataisa blaming Meteo, blaming NADMO, blaming citizens, and yet not taking responsibility as a government that the decision to withhold the necessary expenditure on flood control programs, as is being flagged by the World Bank, is something that they need to apologize for. It's like they blame everybody but never take responsibility for anything. He argues that if they had continued, and these were his words, that if they had continued with the expenditure patterns they came to meet, they will not be recording the numbers they are recording on the economy today. It's a very sad argument to hear. And it is sad because for the 37 people who have died, no amount of so-called stability will bring their lives back. Even if you are pursuing expenditure controls, there are programs that are not funded with taxpayers' money. They are funded, for example, by donor partners. Funds are administered by the donor partners. All you have to do is to sign off for the contractors to pay. You don't say that you came to meet wild expenditure commitments and therefore you have withheld spending from those programs. Today, 37 people are dead. Thousands of Ghanaians have lost property. People have had to move out of their homes, and your answer is that you were doing expenditure management. I don't think they should even repeat that line. What the government should be doing is taking responsibility for the withholding of funds, which has led to some part of this problem, and rather learning lessons on how they should exclude projects, these very essential projects, and ensure that funds are released quickly for them to function. Now, he wants everybody to have confidence that Parliament has approved 300 million. I've been a minister before. I'm telling you that even when Parliament approves the money, if you don't change the speed with which you disperse those funds, those monies will still be stuck and you will not get the results. You remember when there was a tragedy at AY3ka, about 6 people died. The president quickly announced that, the planned intake into the security services should be, I think, doubled or quadrupled as a way of placating citizens. Do you know that that has not happened? It hasn't happened. And so a quick announcement when there's a tragedy to assuage people is not what, respectfully, civil society, media, and all of us should be, taking up. We should be following through, and that's why the minority leader yesterday mentioned that it's important to follow through, that this 300 million is fully disbursed and put to good use. My 2 final points. Play back his tape. He says that the World Bank Garrett program is fully funded. It means no money is lost. So why did they tell all of those lies that somebody had stolen Garrett money? And today, after they have run on the back of that to win power, they confess that it is fully funded and that the World Bank is committing with them that there should be speedier disbursements. They should be apologizing for the politicization of these very sensitive programs. Dr. Bawumia is not doing politics. He has rather said no politics. Rather, what we should be focusing on as a country is a state of emergency and lending help to each other. I've told you that we've just returned from donating some items that he promised, and he's even encouraging other people to help each other. Another thing I'll tell you, Ataisa hid it at the bottom. He says some 10 million and 30 million that was swept has been swept back. I don't know if you heard that. Did you hear that?
I asked him that question.
You should have asked him when it was swept. Do you remember that when this government came, they swept funds that had been disbursed to various ministries, departments, and agencies for projects to go on? They swept all of that one into the STA2, the Single Treasury Account 2. Do you remember that? You sweep the money that is available to the agencies away. The agencies are not able to do their job, and you now have to go through a process to get the money back to them. Okay. And you say that it was because of mismanagement. They should be moving away from this politicization and this PR spin on everything, taking responsibility, quickening the efforts, and we are ready to help them to ensure that all the, oversight and attention that needs to be paid to getting work done on in some succession is done. Because we are told there will be more rains, there could be more floods. Now is not the time for partisan politics. Now is the time to roll up the sleeves, get your boots dirty, get on the ground, and help us save more livelihoods and lives.
Okay. Well, John Paul Nkrumah, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.